250,000 people, family, friends, frontline workers. 250,000 Americans dead from COVID-19. A death count still higher than any other country, and it's near the top of the list of countries adjusted for population. So as the United States reaches this unthinkable milestone, we wanted to look across America at the places hit hardest by this pandemic. North Dakota has the worst death rate of the last week, according to the COVID Tracking Project. The virus has killed 1 in 1,000 people there. The state also has the most cases per million right now, and their healthcare situation is dire. Doctors and nurses who are COVID positive can now treat patients as hospitals face a wave of new cases.
One of my patients who recently passed away, his 2 daughters were in university. You know, he would tell me stories about them. You know, he became my friend. And when he told me he was ready and how he wanted his ashes prepared, it was, it's not easy to hear that.
And right next door, South Dakota tops the list of hospitalization rates. And despite the drastic numbers, the pandemic is politicized. One nurse there says some patients don't even believe their illness is real.
And their last dying words are, this can't be happening, it's not real. And when they should be spending time FaceTiming their families, they're filled with anger and hatred, and it just made me really sad the other night.
But when you look at total amount of cases and deaths in 2020, the data brings you to different corners of the country. Naturally, those places with bigger populations. Texas now has the most coronavirus cases in the country, more than 1 million infections. They also recently topped 20,000 deaths, with El Paso bringing in mobile morgue trucks to assist funeral homes and hospitals.
Having served medical care in an actual war feels very similar to this, where we're fighting a war against this virus.
California also has over 1 million cases, with Los Angeles County clocking in over 342,000 infections. That's the highest of any other county. LA has about the same number of people as Greece, but they've had way fewer cases there.
The situation in LA is more concerning than it's ever been. Right now is the toughest moment we have faced.
Meanwhile, New York's Brooklyn and Queens still have the highest total death toll due to that massive surge in the spring. In one Brooklyn neighborhood, this virus has killed 1 in 135 people. And now there's new concern. New York is reporting daily cases not seen since April. Some suspect COVID fatigue is playing a role.
Most of everybody that I know is just going outside partying, going over to houses, meeting up with old friends and stuff without masks or anything.
And while there's a lot of focus on states, counties, and cities, COVID-19 has also ripped apart long-term care facilities like nursing homes. Overall, about 40% of all deaths in the U.S. have come in these facilities. But in some states, it's much higher, like in New Hampshire, where it's more than 80%.
As our community transmission levels go up, we expect to see more nursing home outbreaks. The staff that take care of these residents are part of our communities, and our elderly residents in long-term care facilities don't have the option to socially distance themselves from their caregivers.
The bottom line here, this pandemic is nowhere near over. In fact, scientists say fatalities could double over the winter before any effective vaccine can be distributed, bringing the death count to World War II levels. So as we approach the next few months, it's more important than ever to wear a mask, social distance, and stay at home as much as you can to help slow the spread of this virus.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.